There are a lot of elections at this time of year. There was just an election in Israel, and next week we have midterm elections here in the US here in Pennsylvania, decide our next governor and our representatives in Washington, D.C. Jewish tradition really encourages us to respect and participate in our government, even when it's not a specifically Jewish government, as it is not for those of us American Jews and all in diaspora. Jeremiah, the very first of the prophets in the diaspora, says that one must seek the welfare of the city in which one dwells, because bishloma yihyeh lachem shalom. For in its prosperity, so too you will prosper. And Pirkei Avot, the ethics of our sages, warns of the opposite, which is that without government, people can be at each other's throats. Rather, they say, even though Jews have our own laws, dina de malchuta dina, the law of the land is the law. We must observe it, and perhaps, too, we should participate in it. So why should one participate in elections and vote and get out there and not make democracy a spectator sport, but rather be in the game? So one rabbi I read says that it's about hakarat hatov, showing gratitude to this government which we are able to participate in. And as Jews, we know that being able to vote is not a right that we can take for granted. In medieval Europe, before Enlightenment, Jews were not considered citizens of the country because they were not part of the dominant religion. And even post-Enlightenment, that role and that ability to vote could be taken away, as was seen in the Nuremberg laws in Germany during the Holocaust. And so as Jews, we know that we cannot take for granted the right to vote, and therefore we must hold it as precious and show our gratitude for that right to participate and elect our leaders by getting out there and using and exercising that right. And also, we see the ethic of voting in the Jewish precept, Kol Yisrael Arevim Ze Bazeh, that all of Israel are dependent on one another. And similarly, a principle of all of a community is dependent on one another. No one can live singly by themselves. And therefore, we must participate in community actively, knowing that we are dependent upon one another, upon our leaders to take care of us, and us to elect our leaders. And so in this voting season, I hope you will continue to hold your right to vote as sacred, to show your gratitude for that right, and b'makom she'ein ish, be an ish. In a place that there is no other person, be that one. So even in times where voter turnout might not be at its highest, Jewish people must come out and vote and show the importance of exercising that right and our participation in democracy. Good luck, get out the vote, and may the best person win.